Welcome, Annie Collins here. Today I'm guest designing for Gerda Steiner Designs, and we're creating this interactive Halloween card. This one is really fun because you pull the little tab and the little ghost appears. Let's go with the products. I used the new Halloween Ghost stamp set from Gerda. This stamp set has 5 distinct little ghosts and sentiments. We will be using the sentiment that reads boo, and we'll be using the ghost that's holding the sign, this one right here, and the ghost that's in the pumpkin. So, oops, I almost dropped it. Okay, so this little ghost that's coming out of the pumpkin, I'm gonna have him popping in and out. We have some mechanical issues along the way, but I find a way to work it out. So I went ahead and did some of our die cutting ahead of time to save some time, and I stamped and colored my images and have them cut and ready to go. Here's my little ghost holding the sign. Here's the ghost, and I stamped and colored that one, well, the ghost part, twice, because when you remove it, his little body's all jagged because you follow the pumpkin, and I just stamped it and extended the body just a bit. As for the pumpkin, I went ahead and cut tiny slivers of foam tape, that's what I showed you there, so that my ghost can fit behind. So here's the little ghost, and I also stamped, die cut and stamped the word pull onto a little tab. Alright, that's everything to save us some time. Now our witch ghost has some foam adhesive on the back, so I'm going to pull out some of these tabs because I don't need them there because I forgot to stamp my sentiment. So I'm going to pull them off and set them to the side for a second so that we can quickly stamp our sentiment, which will read boo. Sentiments that fit in that little sign are boo, eek, and trick or treat. And I like the fact that that little ghost can hold a little sign, that you can have different sentiments in there, or you can put other little things in there, little embellishments. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the word boo. Excuse my hair. Made an appearance. Alright, so there you go. I'm going to set that to the side, and that little ghost will be adhered later on. I'm just going to go ahead and return the little foam tabs to it, and where I put it is I have a little tray on the side that I gather all my things. Alright, so this front panel I've cut a piece into it. This I should have cut smaller. I had a smaller one and I thought that's not going to be enough, but I should have. It would have saved me a world of headache if I would have done that, but I didn't. So I work it out. So I have my card base, which is a 110-pound card base. My layering cardstock is 110 pound also, and it's this nice orange. And then my pattern paper. I have gone ahead and put foam adhesive all on the back of my pattern paper. This is to allow the mechanism to work. Okay, it's supposed to allow the mechanism to work, but I have some issues with the mechanism. Like I said, first thing I did wrong was I cut my slot too big. I didn't realize that until I was into it, and I just make it work because I was not about to start all over. So what do? We make it work. That's what us crafters, we get, into that. So I remove all the adhesive backing on my panel, and I'm going to place that onto the cardstock here. This is going to create our front, the front of our card panel. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this piece that I die cut out because I don't want that orange showing through. So I'm going to put a little bit of Barely Art glue on here. I put some, then I remove the excess, and I drop it in there. And I'm going to use my tweezers to help me just make sure it's all the way in and that the sides are not sticking. Once I do that, I cut another piece of that using the same die from the leftover pattern paper to adhere that to the back of our ghost. So I'm going to go ahead and gently place my pumpkin. First thing I do is I put the pumpkin way off to the right. I need it to be a little bit more to the left. I realize that and I adjust. I left it all in because to show you that we all make mistakes, and this is how do we get through making our mistakes in our card making. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere the little tab that says pull onto this little bar here that I created. Again, using the same die I used to create the slot on the card panel. I have some double stick, excuse me, oh my goodness. I have some double stick tape on here, and I'm going to place it and just squeeze, place it on there, and then I will press it down. I bring in my bone folder to reassure that fold and make sure to have good adhesion. And once that's all set, I'm going to adhere this to our ghost. So first I try to make sure everything is working fine with just some post-it tape just to hold my little bar in place. And that's what I want. I just want the top of his little head to show. So I'm going to double check. Okay, this is good. He's getting caught, but I haven't caught on yet that he got caught on the side there. I'm like, yep, this is good. I'm going to adhere our little bar here. Then I realize I need to trim just a smidgen off, which I do. And then I go ahead and adhere my little bar in place. Got that in place. And then I put a foam tab on here because I figured this is going to be a good to keep it in the channel. Now I have these little, I don't know what they're called. There are these little discs that I use, and I ran out. You clip it into your channel and it makes everybody glide smoothly. That's what I really needed. But I figured the foam tape would be a good substitute. I didn't remove the tab from it, the back of it. And this is when I realized, oh wait, he's not going in. I don't know what's going on. And it's because my pumpkin is way off. So I have to adjust my pumpkin. I haven't realized that yet. I'm thinking it's the tab. I keep adjusting the tab. Okay, got him in. I think he's good. When I go to pull, he comes right out. I'm like, he's not supposed to come right out. He's supposed to stop. So then I put the tab on the base there. Nope, that shows that's not supposed to be it. I keep messing with this until I get it to where I want it to go. So now I realize pumpkin's in the wrong spot. Adjust it. Hello. Okay, got that part. Now that's working out. Now I just need a way to keep my ghost from coming all the way out. I want to pull out, but not come all the way out. Next attempt, which finally works, is I put two little beads, they're little gems, the same ones I'll use to decorate my card. One on the base, nice and low, and then one on the back of my ghost. I also put a little foam stopper, which is just a piece of foam tape, which I de-sticked using some anti-static powder on there. I put some anti-static powder on it, make sure it's not sticky anymore, and then that will catch on the bead. I also put some extra on there just so we can glide. Get it in, pull, and there we go. We're finally getting it to go where I want it to go. I keep fussing with this, I know, but I want the mechanics to work. Didn't quite work how I wanted. I need to order some more of those little track thingies, but once we get those in, from here on out, my interactive cards will work. Alright, so I got it to work as best as I could. So now I'm going to adhere my card front panel to my card base. And again, I left that all in there so you can see it can be adjusted. Don't throw it out. Work on it some more. So now I'm going to remove the adhesive backing off my little ghost, the little witch ghost. She's got a little purple witch hat on. And I know in the pictures it looks like her hat's really light, but it's actually a nice soft purple. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and place her there. I have her a little higher so she's, you know, floating up with her sign. There's my little pumpkin ghost popping up saying boo. And now it's time to put some finishing touches on our card. I'm going to use the same little white gems I used behind our ghost. I'm going to grab about 3 of those, and I'm going to pull in a few of some bats to put near our little moon here to add just a little more interest to our card. And these are little clay bats I have in my stash. Alright, so I'm going to place one there, and then I'll put the gems in a diagonal form from left to right. And that'll be the finishing that we need for our card. So I'm going to go ahead and add my little adhesive dots and I fuss. I can't decide where else I want to put the other gem. And then I realized, oh, between the two ghosts would be cute. So I go ahead and place it there. And finally, here I go. And this is how indecisive I really am when I come to putting down those little finishing touches. I think about it and think about it. Sometimes I overthink, I know. But in the end, they get done. So here's our finished card. Look how cute this is. The little ghost pops up to say boo to you. The other ghost has to sign. These ghosts are too adorable. Gerda Steiner hit it out the park with this design here with these fun little ghosts. I have another video featuring this stamp set, so I'll link that in the description box below for you. I have everything, and I will link everything in the description box below where you can get the stamps and what I use. So thank you for being here, and I hope you found some inspiration. Don't forget to stop by Gerda Steiner's shop and their challenge blog.